Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to learn about string functions in Julia. So let me enter the Julia shell. First, let's see, for example, if I have a string like fruit and which is pineapple. So one function is length function. So we can calculate the total length of a string, which is 9. And for example, code, we can have die another day. Okay, looks like code is, so I would say, yeah, so quote is kind of a default function. That's the reason it is not working. And here, like if we see, so I'll see, look around like what is quote in Julia and update to you in next chapter. So let's see what's the length of the quote. We will use this. And if we see what is quote, which was there, so even I don't get, so quote is something different. Let me check about it. Now another thing is that we can also join the there is another join function. So for example, we haven't gone through the array, but yeah, we can use join across strings and array. So if I have a couple of fruits in my basket, then I can join them. So I have joined here with if you see comma, so I have joined here with comma, and then hence like this helps us. Now another thing is split function. So like for example, I would say there's another string. Pluto is an excellent ID for Julia. So if I so I can just use string dot split, and if I want to split around, like for example, okay, it is in Julia, it is this way, so I can just do split string. So if you see, it has splitted this one into space. So by default, if you see, this are the space, and it is going to, like for example, split around this function words. Now if for example, we can use our custom split as well. So for example, I have a slogan which is abracadabra. Now what I want to do is that I want to split this slogan around it because I find a lot like too much it. So what I can do, split, and then slogan is the uh, string, and then I can use a. Okay. Yes, so it is like it has split around, like for example, if you see B, R, C, D, and we are even getting empty codes because it starts with A and then he has removed and we have got the space. This is one thing. And another function is contains. So like if I want to find out, like for example, what contains in the function. So for example, if so there is one code which you might see on the Goodreads. Be yourself, everyone else is already taken, which is by Oscar Wilde. Now what I can do is that I will see if this contains already or not. Let me see. It contains already. Another simple example I would say, like for example, I have a string like which contains all the, like apple, papaya, banana, and orange. Okay. Now does it contains tomato? It will say false because this string doesn't contains tomato. So I would just say, like for example, if you have a fruit table and it is a string for now, that's my, okay, now it is pasting. So now does fruit table contains tomato? No. So this is another thing. Another function is ends with. So or we can use another one to the similar. I would say the brother of this function is a cursing. So we will also again use, for example, a cursing takes the reverse. So I would say if apple contains the fruit table, it is true. But does it contains guava? No, it is false. Now another thing we would like to see is that ends with function. So this is school function. Like for example, if I have any file with me like uh, apereo.json, now I can check if this ends with JSON or not. So it is ends with function, which I will use X and which is the name of the file, and it ends with JSON or not. Yeah, it is true. Does it ends with XML? Now you can already think like I'm using ends with, then there can be another function which is starts with. So starts with, I would say, let's use another file. For example, image equals to bodycard.jpg. Now let's see if the image starts with body. Starts with, and I would search for body. You would see that this is case sensitive, so it is false. So we have to be sure like what we are searching is right. Another thing you can do is that I think lowercase image, so it will give this one. So you can just, if you want to do in many programmatic style, we are required to like search. We don't know like what kind of tags or image names we have, so you can just make it lowercase and then search it, then it is true. Now another thing is we will like to see, like for example, we can also do find all function. So for example, I'll say like for example Julia Lang is a string which has a next sentence. Julia Lang is a very pretty language. Now I can use find all function, and in find all I can see like I can say is equal to and a, it will find all the a in the string Julia. We can do same thing for abracadabra which we had. So for like instead of like entering the this one, I can just abracadabra, it will find all the a. So you can see here it's a string, so it should contain double quotes, not single quotes. So it is giving us like at the first position we have a, then at the fourth position, sixth, eighth and 11th. So this is how it is. Another function is like replace function. So replace, what we can do, for example we can say John Cena, and let's replace this with Madoc. Yeah, so we have to enter, like for example we can replace E with, let's try to do this E, so it became Cena. Now I can also just replace the whole Cena, come on, whole Cena to Madoc. Yeah, so this is the replace function example. We can also perform some um, function approach. So I can just go ahead and replace Cena with uppercase. Let's see. Yeah, so you can see this Cena became uppercase. I can also do with John as well. I'm not sure if it accepts as capital case or not. I'll have to see what's the Python equivalent to this one. Yeah. So this is one. split we have already done. Now let's go with the comparison, string comparison. So I would say, like for example, uppercase, lowercase we are already aware. So uppercase, for example, I would do to dog function, then it is going to uppercase, lowercase, cat. So it will perform the lowercase. And another thing is that we can check the comparison. For example, we can also do the string comparison. And it gives us the result. This is some common operation which we can do. We can check if string is equal to or not. For example, tomato equals to tomato or not. Yeah, it is true, but if I change the case, it is not. And another one is like we can find the next thing. So it is find next, and I would do, for example, if I want to find a xylophone. Okay, what's the error? Cannot convert an object of type string to an object of int64. So it needs three fun so in three function it needs three parameters. So it needs to start from 1, and for example I can also start from 5. So if I start from 1, then it picks up the first character O. If I start from 5 like this P, then it will pick up the 7th character. So I can also start from -5. Let's see what happens. It doesn't works. Bounds 9 code units. Yeah, same error. So I'll have to check around this, like why it is not accepting this one. Yeah, in the meantime, we can also check find previous, and I would go ahead and see like xylophone. I want to find it from 5. So previous one is, and if I do 9, it is 7. So yeah, this is another function which we have already discussed is repeat. So I can repeat, for example, Ola 10 times, and then it will repeat the sentence. Then there is reverse. So this is good if you want to find the palindrome. So 1331. Let me see if it works or not. Yeah, so simple palindrome function could be, for example, if you want to find like if 1331, palindromes are like if they are equal to in reverse order or not. So 1331. This is true. So we have found this for string palindrome, but like here is the like thing which is to be thought, like can we do this for integer? Like if the integer is 1331, is it possible to find the palindrome? So which we can see in another chapter. Okay, good here. Thank you. Have a great day.